What's going on, guys? It's Triple G here, back with another Godfall video, and today we're just going to go through the user interface, make sure everybody understands exactly what it is that's in this user interface, how it works, and just smooth out that transition because it is a completely new user interface. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week. And otherwise, let's get straight into this video. So the way that Godfall system works is pretty simple, but there are some fiddly bits that just take some getting used to. So first of all, you have the front page, which is your equipment, where you can select your swords, amulets and charms, rings, lifestone, and a banner. So I'm playing as a new character here as a low level, so I have some of these things not unlocked yet. But when you get these items throughout the game, throughout the chest, enemies can drop these, you're going to be able to just equip them. So to equip a weapon, all you'll need to do is literally just press the button to go into the weapon, and you'll be able to compare the statistics. So you can see at the moment, I have a dual blade with 26 physical damage, and then you will see it's got a primary stat underneath. So you're just going to need to have a look at that. And for example, this one has the same DPS, but I could have a plus 7% on attack charge speed for polarity. So it's about just kind of working out what you think more weapons are, and try all the weapon types, guys. Some of these absolutely hit ridiculously well. As I said before, you can also select other items. So you'll see that as you select over them, you can then go into the inventory just like we did with the weapon and have a look and see if there's anything improvement. You can even see what you've currently got equipped as well in detail, so that you don't have to keep flicking back to the other screen. You got some other statistics on this screen on the right hand side, where you'll be able to look at how much DPS and secondary DPS you have, as well as your health points, your critical hit chance, bonus damage, all that. All really good stuff to have just on a front screen. So what you'll be able to do when you're switching your Valor plates, you'll be able to see just how much DPS those things are putting out. And that leads us on to Augments. So when you have got the Augment screen unlocked, you're going to be able to attach things to your armor that buff certain skills, which will affect the statistical sheet on the right hand side. So bearing in mind that some of these Valor plates have different abilities, it's going to be really nice to be able to see these on the fly when you've got back in the room with all your armor. Next up, we have the Armory itself. So this is where obviously all your items are. So when you are selecting the items from the front screen, you'll be automatically transferred to the Armory for that specific selection. So for example, you select the weapon on the front screen, you go to the weapon side. But in here, you can switch between all the different things and see exactly what you have. You can also press the salvage button here, which will salvage it for a little bit of resources. So next up, we have the skills menu. Now this is one of the most A, good looking, and B, easy to understand skill levels you'll ever see. Each weapon technique, item skill point, anything like that, they all have a skill point attached to them, and then they all have levels. So if you look on the right hand side here, you'll see that I have selected weapon techniques, and then there is a level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all with an associated cost. You obtain skill points just by leveling, just like any normal game. And what I really do like about this as well is you can press Y and you can clear those skills, which will refund you those points, so you can reallocate those points whenever you want. So you can see here now I have 3 skill points back, and I could choose to put that back into polarity. So say if I wanted to get to level 3, I could then get to level 3 on polarity instead of actually using it. So it's really cool on the fly, respecing without a single problem at all. Next up, you have your resources. So you've got your Electrium, which is a crafting resource, and then you've got a couple of other things here. The Valor Plate Core is the really important one that can be earned as a mission reward, and that helps you actually unlock new armors in the future. We have a social menu here, which you can start a party for co-op. I have seen some positive and negative things when it comes to actually starting a party, but I have seen people playing co-op online. Next up, we have a codex, and usually I'm not a big person to look at like the enemies, but the time taken in this screen is worth the entry fee alone. It's absolutely beautiful. This really does showcase the character renders that are in this game. It just absolutely looks stunning, and you get to know exactly the characteristics about the enemy, as well as a little bit of background as well. And then the last thing is merits. So there's a little bit of like a challenge thing here for you completionists. You'll be able to go through and see how many knights you've killed, what you've done on certain planets and stuff like that. And they will actually give you resources as well, which in turn can help you in the game. So that's it for the full overview of the game in terms of its user interface. If you have enjoyed this video, please do subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. And otherwise, guys, I'll catch you on the flip.